It's a great day for a great tip. Right, hello there to all concerned parents of graduating students who are studying for their upcoming GCE or O-level English exams in the next few months, right? I'm Edwin Evangelist Cheng, founder and principal master tutor of EduH Learning Hub, your English language specialist, right? Now, time really flies and we have now down to our second last tip, right? Tip number 6, and this will be basically a follow through from the last tip which I shared on argumentative writing. So for tip 6, I'll be sharing with you how can your child adopt the correct writing style for argumentative topics. Now parents, this is probably one of the most important or challenging hurdles that your child has to overcome in order to fully master argumentative writing. Okay, reason being is because if you think about it, your child has actually spent a good 6 years in primary school learning how to master creative or recount writing, okay? And then for most schools in lower secondary, there are still some elements of creative recount writing. So the only time when your child truly starts mastering and immersing themselves in argumentative writing is probably when he is in upper sec, all right, in secondary 3. Now, if you put yourself in their shoes, having spent a good 6 to 8 years learning how to do creative recount writing, then all of a sudden, they are thrown into the depths of the deep blue sea, and they have to start figuring out how to adopt a new writing style, the argumentative style altogether, all right? And they only have that 1.5 years or 2 years to master this new style altogether, right? You will definitely understand why it is so challenging for many students, including your child. Okay, now, so I have some pointers on how your child can improve his writing style for argumentative writing, so pay close attention now. First and foremost, advise your child to keep to the first and the third person pronoun. All right, tell them do not use the second person pronoun. So second person pronoun, words like you and your, it should not be featured anywhere in their writing. Okay, because if they write you and your, they are actually referring to the Cambridge marker. And depending on what is the statement that is written, sometimes it might even sound offensive to the marker. All right, and that actually makes the writing style too conversational as well when they use you and your. So they should just stick to the first person pronoun, which is what we call the I language. Okay, now some instances of the I language is possible depending on the argumentative topic that is given to your child. All right, and if your child wants to play it safe altogether, then just advise him to just stick to the third person pronoun. So let's use a topic, for example, teenagers should be banned from online games. Do you agree? Now, for a topic like that, how can your child use the person pronouns? Then he'll be referring to the subject in his essay as individuals, or more specifically, teenagers, youths, youngsters, or if he's referring to the critics, the other school of thought, then it could perhaps be teachers or parents. All right, so keeping to the first and third person pronoun will help your child achieve an objective tone in their writing. Now, for now that you are well aware of how important it is to adopt the correct writing style, your next question might be, so what can your child do? What I'll advise is actually for your child to read quality sample essays. Now, when I say read, I do not mean memorize, okay? Memorizing doesn't work, all right? So don't get your child to memorize essays, but get your child to analyze the essays as they are reading it, okay? What they should do when they read the essays is to analyze the sample essays for structures. That means how the writer has organized their ideas. Also look into the specific writing techniques, the style of writing that the writer has adopted. Okay, all right. So these will actually help him master the correct writing style in the quickest possible, shortest time. Okay, now beware though, if you are thinking of going to the bookstore right now to get an essay guidebook for your child, all right, Now, I have to warn you, the quality of the essays in these essay guidebooks, if you notice, all right, they varies. And the reason why they varies is because these essays are usually written by students, all right, students who have perhaps just completed their O-levels or A-levels, and they just want to earn some extra pocket money part-time, and they submit these essays, for publishing, all right. So beware of essay guidebooks, okay, because the quality of the essays might be questionable. So what other sources could your child look towards? Okay, newspapers, Straits Times would be a great way to start, right? Look at the opinion pieces, that's one way. Or you can even advise your child to perhaps approach their English teacher for some good quality sample essays, or advice, or perhaps they could ask the teacher to photocopy, all right, samples of their peers who are good writers in the cohort. So reading these essays will definitely help them get up to speed with the correct style of writing. Okay, so that's all I have for you for tip number 6, and I look forward to sharing with you the last tip number 7 of our series. Alright, so see you in the next tip.